This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
I love Big Riley.
You know what time it is. When the little hellfire strikes Ben Riley, it's time for the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil, and as I said, joining me, as always, is...
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire. You know I really...
Doesn't care about anything! Should have been here 5 minutes ago. She doesn't care about anything!
I don't, it's fine.
So if she gives something a good review, you know she likes it. All right, everyone. So it's the last show of the month, so that means it is a new book review.
Comic book roundup.
An all new Spider roundup.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned for the end of the episode where I'll tease something for October. I will tease you. All right, so yeah, you know what? I was looking through the PAL here. I kind of tried to grab every the latest issue of all the Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
And I think we mentioned it quickly on Capes, but we'll get to that Spider-Man #1 by J.J. Abrams and Son.
Yeah.
But then there's 6 other books. I think there's Ghost Spider, Friendly Neighborhood, Black Cat, Superior Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man, and Amazing Spider-Man. And then we won't even get into this unless you want to mention some absolute carnage.
No, I'm not.
But I'm just saying. I mean, if you make it your life's mission just to collect the Spider-Man related books,
this just feels so DC. It hurts. But Marvel's been in this state for quite a while with everybody having all the big major players having multiple books.
Well, I was gonna say
superfluous books on top of that. The only thing I really think that they need, I don't understand the need for Velocity or City at War. I don't understand Absolute Carnage. Ghost Spider, Miles Morales, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and Amazing. That's literally all you need. Sorry, Charlie. I feel like Superior Spider-Man is also super superfluous.
Well, do you think they're like the Velocity and City at War is them trying to maybe get the video gamers who maybe don't pick up comics into something?
But there's absolutely no incentive. You know what I mean? For me, it's no incentive.
I know. And it's when you think about it, it's if
gamers and comic book nerds, it's kind of a very small Venn diagram with it.
Well, yeah, right beside me there. I'm gamers and reading in general,
Especially seriously though, PlayStation people too, especially yeah. I've read some of the demographics for it, so it's kind of it's an odd choice. I don't know if it's their version of Brighter Welfare, where they're just giving somebody they like a book.
I mean, I think I know 2 gamers that are readers, basically you and my son. But yeah, the Avengers stuff probably does okay because of those movies, but I'm pretty sure
well, that's more open RPG kind of. This is a very, very specific kind of Injustice did super good, but this is an Injustice.
Why does it mean comic book wise? I think Spider-Man's keeping Marvel afloat and Batman's keeping DC afloat.
Yeah, I do.
Duh. I know.
I did Charlie's version.
Oh, you like Charlie's version?
Yeah, I gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
You know what'll fix?
Switch it up on you.
You know it'll fix DC Comics, right?
Lilith will fix it because Lilith fixes everything.
I've been waiting on a phone call, seriously, but I talk so bad about Warner Brothers because they're absolute idiots that they never hired. It used to be a time where they had good management, good editorial staff. I just literally don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. Dan Dido, but you know, like
hurt.
he has in his old age, he has gotten really like passive aggressive and not progressive enough.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah. But anyway, enough about DC.
Yeah, enough about DC.
Let's get into some good old Spider-Man. Did you want to start with Miles Morales, or what do you want to do?
Well, I was gonna save that for last or next to last because that's like the most like that and Amazing are like the most current ones. So I was trying to figure out. I was trying to remember what came out. You know, try to work from oldest to most current. But you want to talk about the J.J. Abrams Spider-Man #1?
If we have to.
I mean, you can just do it quick. I mean,
I thought the artwork was really good, but the story is kind of like, another blatant cash grab, and not in a good way. You know what I mean? I feel like this isn't offering anything to the mythos that we already don't have in some other book.
I mean, yeah, like the art's good. It's that Sarah Pichelli who didn't she like come up with? Was she the one who designed the look for Miles Morales? I know she worked on Miles Morales for a while, but yeah, I always liked her art.
Yeah, I really dug the art, but like I said, the story.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a boy this time, but it's like, yeah, we've already gotten this at least 2 different times of like a possible future where Peter and Mary Jane have a kid.
And I prefer Mayday. I'm just saying.
Do you think this gets made if it's not J.J. Abrams' name on it?
Nope.
Yeah, if any of the current Marvel writers come in, they'll be like, oh, we did that already, but it's J.J. Abrams' name.
Which, he has a very good relationship with Disney, which owns Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Probably mentioned it in passing. I think this was part when he didn't jump ship and was going to continue to do the Star Wars stuff, honestly. And they kind of have to, like, still fulfill it now.
Contract
so
signed, stuff's been done, yeah.
Yeah. So this is like super awkward now, just reading it. Like, this has already been done. Oh my god, JJ, shut up. Which, like, I feel like that about a lot of stuff that he does. So
I know.
But like I said, the art is great.
Oh yeah, love the art.
And this is only like what, 6 issues?
I think. Because I think #2 comes out this Wednesday.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a fun, little what if you will. So
Yep.
But I'm surprised they let him make it a boy at this point in Marvel.
Well, I mean, at least that's like something original. I mean, the other 2 versions have been girls, so at least that's something different. A little bit different.
Do you feel like they were kind of like he was kind of like reading Superman? He's like, what Spider-Man needs? He needs a Jonathan Kent Jr. Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Well, his son's in on this too, so you think the son's just like, yeah, I want to be in Spider-Man.
Basically, let's just be real.
Yeah. Dad, buy me a Spider-Man.
Must be nice. I was having this discussion not too long ago about nepotism in Hollywood and how it's like just in the entertainment industry in general, how it's so hard if you're not connected.
Yeah.
And it's like, you think Nicolas Cage would really be an actor if he wasn't really a Coppola? Like, come on.
You don't think he would have stolen the Declaration of Independence?
Now, see, I love that movie, but John Voight makes it for me. Fight me. I don't care.
Fight me.
I know John Voight is problematic. Fight me. Okay?
Fight me, nerd.
I hope Angelina Jolie doesn't hear this, because one day I want to interview her.
Give her a vial of your blood. Remember that?
Oh. Billy Bob Thornton. Oh my god, that poor thing. Somebody put him in a Marvel movie. I'm pretty sure he needs money. Him and like some balls.
Unpopular opinion out of my mind.
I mean, I forgot. There's no room for white males in Marvel anymore. I totally forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh snap!
Yeah, she went there.
I was gonna say I can't say that. Let the woman of color say that. Go ahead.
It's gonna be too much for Captain Marvel and Valkyrie are gonna have a romance. Like, okay, enough.
Remember, that's the woman of color saying that, people. So
it is what it is. I'm not a fan of either one of those actresses, so they just need to shut up and stay low until their next movie comes out.
We still got Tom Holland for now.
The Brit. He can take his pasty butt back to England too and drink his tea and crumpet.
Oh my lord! I was like, Luca was just in there watching videos on YouTube, and like he was watching that video. I've seen it already. Like when the movie was coming out, like when Tom Holland, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Zendaya went to the children's hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, poor Tom Holland. It's like, when like Robert Downey Jr. or any of them go somewhere like that, like they just gotta like walk in. Maybe they're dressed in the costumes or whatever, but like Tom Holland, they have him doing like backflips and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god.
He's a good sport.
I know, but
Hashtag still bitter.
Robert
Get rid
Downey
of
walks
American
in.
Spider-Man, please.
Robert Downey walks in. He maybe has an Iron Man glove on or something, but yeah, poor Tom Holland's like in full costume except for the mask, and he's doing backflips.
He's young. He can do it.
Although Zendaya has the Kutch gig because she just gets to come in street clothes and just like, oh, hey, I'm in the movie. Hi.
That's pretty much Zendaya's life. But moving on.
Speaking of women, you want to talk Ghost Spider number 2?
Yes, let's do that. Okay. I'm so conflicted. Like, okay, I like One Earth better than the other one. Let's just proceed that way.
What, Her Earth or your 616?
Her Earth. I like Her Earth so much better. I don't care about Earth 616 with her in it.
Well, was this like a...
It's the only... I get why they had to do it because it's like, oh, it's different.
And it's like everyone knows her identity back in her dimension, but it's like you can't do a mind wipe. How many mind wipes have we done?
I know, and it's like, I don't know, like, I just don't want to see Miles Warren right now.
Paging Earth 65 Mephisto.
Please. And Man Wolf? Really?
Jameson.
I know.
I think they're just having fun, like, playing with, like, classic characters, but they're like, it's not how you remember it.
Exactly, and I get it. And also, kale chips are delicious. But she needed some soy sauce. That's all I'm saying. Or some hot sauce. Or some sriracha or something.
Maybe the costume's allergic.
Maybe. But, I found it interesting that they said, cellulose helps the suit recover faster. I was just like, whatever, girlfriend. You're just being a basic girl and it's fine. It's fine.
You're basic.
But
kale chips are for basic girls. I'm just saying.
I know. But I think it's this issue, isn't it? Where like where she's like, oh, it's nice to see a Peter Parker again, but it's so weird that he's so much older than me.
Finally, they addressed it. I loved it. Finally.
Well, I think is that their way of saying, oh yeah, these two are never getting together.
The minute she turns 18, it won't be weird. Is all that I'm saying.
What if she keeps aging and he doesn't? Yeah.
Which, it's Marvel. That definitely is going to happen.
Yeah, but I thought if any...
Maybe he gets stuck in an iceberg. Who knows? No. Who knows?
But I thought if anyone, they were like shipping her with Miles.
Of course. And I'm down for that relationship too. But I don't know. I think it'd be interesting with Peter after she turns 18. Or maybe after she graduates college and she's way super smarter than him and helps him with whatever the hell he's working on. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
But yeah.
But this artwork is
What, you don't like it?
I don't know. It's not the best showcase for the suit. I love her suit, so it's just kind of not the best showcase for her suit because it's not like a very crisp, sharp kind of art.
Yeah.
It's it's like borderline anime manga kind of
Maybe. I usually don't like that style, but I mean, it's not my favorite, but I really...
It works for the movements of what they do with Spider-Gwen, but it's just for her, like, her suit. Like, it's not crisp enough.
Yeah, I kind of don't have I really don't have that much problem with it.
But I like her whole dialogue. Like, it's a really good balance of dialogue and action. Most Spider-Bus kind of struggle with that.
Oh yeah, and then she has to like prick her finger to like open the portal. That's weird.
I was like, are they trying to make her a Disney princess? I feel like they're trying to make her a Disney.
I was like, wait a second, is she checking her blood sugar or is she opening a portal? Or both?
Yeah, both.
All right, so what?
Yeah, it's a solid B+ for me. Just keep in mind it's the second issue. I want a little less focus on 616 is all that I'm saying.
It's just weird.
Don't care about 616.
Yeah, I know, it's just weird because it seems like there's not going to be like no forward motion in her personal life because she's spending half her time here and like,
Well, they're kind of having that issue with Miles, which we'll get to.
and it's really weird too, because it's like, she was telling the admissions or whatever in the first issue that she is from another dimension, but then she's like playing it cool with people in the class. That's weird. I don't know. All right, so do you want to talk some Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Number 12.
I'm kind of confused about what's going on right now.
Spider-Man's dead.
In his own neighborhood.
That's right.
Like, they made a big deal about that. It was just like, okay.
Well, he's a man of the people.
Yeah, which this is, of course, which is like the whole focus of it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The selling point of this book.
But
yeah.
Yeah, Aunt May doing her cancer treatments, and then Spider-Man goes to help a boat on fire.
Yeah. I was like, Tobey Maguire much?
I guess someone's been setting traps for Peter. Actually, blast him into the river.
If it's a goblin of any sort, I'm behind it. I'm gonna be mad.
No. I mean, they just showed like a dude in a suit, like it shoots him with like a ray gun, but
that ray secretly came from a glider. We all know it. We all feel it in our bones.
And so Spider-Man's like pretending to be dead so they don't keep coming after him.
He can investigate his own death. I'm just like, isn't Batman doing that right now or something? I feel like somebody else is doing this right now. I just can't think of who it is.
Kinda, sorta. They all rip off each other.
I know, but it's like super close. Super close timing.
And then we'll probably be able to get Charlie Esser to read the next issue because the Fantastic Four are showing up. Oh yeah,
yeah.
Wednesday.
Oh, speaking of, yeah, I mean, I don't even know why I thought about goblins. I think it's because I was reading spoilers for Carnage or whatever.
Oh, well, Norman shows up in Amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe we'll get Charlie Esser to read next issue of Friendly Neighborhood. I like the art. It reminds me of Pat Olaf, but it's not.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you reading Black Cat?
No.
No.
Should I be?
What?
Should I be? Pitch it to me, Phil. What's good about Black Cat?
Well, she's like kind of working with the Black Fox, and she keeps like there's a 2-issue arc before where she like was breaking into Doctor Strange's house, and she got Bats the Ghost Dog to help her and her crew because like he's like, I recognize you, you're Silver Sable, and she's like, oh yeah, this is my Wild Pack, you gonna help me? And now she's trying to steal something from the Fantastic Four, so she was like trying to seduce Johnny Storm, who actually let her in.
Oh yeah.
And she's thinking like,
Johnny has that problem with a lot of people.
oh yeah.
Johnny's a little too trusting.
Thinking with his rocket ship, I know.
What a hothead.
But even Felicia's like, she's like, yeah, right. She's like I date someone who would like, sneak around with his best friend's ex or whatever.
See, there it is. I feel like we did discuss this before.
But yeah, they're like but so like she's like in the middle, like, seducing him and looking for what she's trying to steal when at the end of issue 4, Blastar showed up out of the Negative Zone.
Noise.
Yeah.
They're digging deep. They're trying to get all the fans they can. They're like, hey. And
so then who shows up at the end to save the day? Who the most dangerous member of the Fantastic Four, who the Black Cat was afraid of running into? The Invisible Woman.
Uh-oh.
Not Mama Bear.
Sue. Smack that girl up, Sue.
She's basically just like yelling at Johnny. She's like, what is she doing here?
Good. Sue needs to slap some sense into Johnny every now and then. I love that dynamic.
Poor Johnny. He'll never grow up.
I'm saying.
Again, thinking with the wrong part. So did you say you're not reading Superior, or you are?
I'm not. Sorry, Charlie.
Oh. So you missed issue 11?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's so superior about Superior?
Well, basically an alternate Norman Osborn from was that?
See, I told you Norman's about to be a thing. He's
Spider-
everywhere.
He basically tells Otto, he's like, you can't defeat me. He's like, you couldn't, during the original, that's how the original Superior Spider-Man ended. He's like, you couldn't defeat 616, Norman. He's like, you ran away and let Peter Parker take his body back so he could beat me. He's like, you can't beat me.
Noise. Somebody finally calling him out.
So then, what does Otto do? Calls Mephisto.
Are you serious?
And
Mephisto!
he's basically,
Why is Mephisto getting so much play all of a sudden? I don't like it. It makes me suspicious.
in Spider-Man books, yeah, that's weird. Well, it's the gimmick now, But he's like, basically, turn me back into what I was for 24 hours. I can defeat him that way. And then, of course,
What's in it for Mephisto?
well, first Otto like offers him his soul, and he's like, how do you know I don't already have it? He's like, or
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
So, I mean, Otto's like in a clone body. It's like he might be, could already have a soul. But then he's like, I'll give you a deal. He's like, I'll put you back exactly as you were. And he's like, without any of the brain damage, if there was any, because Otto's whole point's been like, he's like, oh, I was just evil before because of brain damage, from the accident.
Yeah.
But we don't see Otto shake his hand. But at the end, look who appears to be back.
Oh.
Doc Ock. But me and Charlie were even saying, watch, it's probably like a robot or something.
Yeah, Robo-Doc Ock. That's the thing.
I mean, how many times has he downloaded his brain into different bodies? Where like he probably has a spare copy of his brain lying around. He just probably plugged an old.
A couple.
He probably
he's like the Voldemort.
He probably plugged an old copy into a robot, that doesn't know it's not the real Otto.
Yeah,
Or,
he's Voldemort basically. It's fine.
Or Charlie was saying maybe it's like a clone of like old Otto, and now he's like, oh, watch, those Superior Spider-Man's gonna have to fight Doc Ock.
Cliche.
What?
That art looks pretty kicking though.
Oh, the art was good. Yeah, love the art.
I just, it's just not my cup of tea. I like my Spider-Man, either Miles, Pete, or Gwen.
Yeah.
I already got 3 other Spider people to like be rooting for.
Oh, they just last night's episode, they wrapped it up, but for a couple episodes of that Spider-Man cartoon on Disney XD, they were doing the Superior Spider-Man arc.
That's funny.
Oh, guess
what? It's really weird watching the cartoons like try to adapt. Ever since like X-Men 92, it's just been like I don't know.
Well, like Peter and Miles were like the same age, and they're in high school, and like Otto's not even like that much older than them.
Is he in college?
He's basically I think he might be college age or something, but he's like supposedly like a child prodigy or something. So he's like teaching at Verizon High.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Miles helped Peter get his body back. So.
Oh, cool beans.
Yeah, because there was a cool scene last night of Miles battling Otto in Peter's body.
That sounds like some fanfic come to life right there.
Yeah, your hard drive. Anyway, but speaking of Miles Morales, number 11.
Yeah. I'm very concerned about the new bouncing baby girl that's about to come into our lives.
Oh, his baby sister, yeah.
And I'm very concerned with his disconnect with his uncle.
Yeah.
Very concerned about that.
What do you mean disconnected? He wants to think the best of his uncle, even though he's like a criminal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally he sees him getting ready to assassinate somebody. He's just like, about that.
Well, yeah, he throws some daggers at Miles before he finds out it's him.
Yeah.
You know, with that big.
So it's but it's like they're trying to finally like put his life back together. He's at school. He's dealing with the repercussions of always being tardy.
Mm-hmm.
That whole thing. And it's just like, oh, we're gonna actually address this. We're not gonna pretend like everything's okay.
Well, I'm curious. Let's see when they're gonna deal with that whole ultimatum thing from last issue.
Who really wants Brooklyn? It's all white girls in brunch now.
Well, it's evil 616 Miles Morales.
I know. I'm just saying. That's gonna be a little awkward. And the way their little drug works is a little creepy too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh.
Or I don't know if you looked at the list yet, but programming note, in February we'll be doing a whole lot of Miles Morales.
I wonder why, Philip.
You're the one who mentioned it like a year ago.
I I know.
You're like, okay, it's fine. We'll do some Doc Ock stuff. It's just Black History Month. I know.
just calling you out
And
on your
then
white male privilege, Philip.
it took a year. I gave her what she wants, and then she's just like, "Oh, you're so predictable."
I kid because I love it's fine. Wait, is there a Miles Morales Black Panther team up yet? I feel like there is, but there might not be.
I don't think a one-on-one thing. I mean, unless they were like in the same book, you know.
Watch that hit in February.
No,
They're gonna be like Luke Cage,
I was gonna
Storm.
say for Luke Cage.
They're like, sorry, Power Man, not you. You gotta sit this one out.
Why not? Trying to think.
Who else do they have? I can't even think.
Misty Knight.
Oh yeah.
You need a
Do they even care about Misty Knight in the comics?
She was off and on in, like, you know, if they did a Heroes for Hire or a Power Man and Iron Fist book, but yeah, I think Jessica Jones kind of stole her thunder.
Yeah, cause reasons, but we'll let that go.
Well, she's married to Luke Cage, so it's like if you have something with Luke Cage, Jessica Jones is usually around.
Goodness.
Yes. God, they slept together in Alias, so he had to marry him off. Okay.
Because, that's just what Jessica wants.
Exactly. That's the Owen character for Jessica Jones to get married. Uh-huh.
Somebody's living out their fantasies. Moving on.
Yeah, no, from Christina.
But no, I really enjoy this book, and I like that they don't gloss over the problems that, he has as a hero.
Well, yeah, it's nice because it's like, Peter had teenage problems, but that was in the 60s. Now you get a more modern take on teenage problems.
Exactly. It's a nice little way to, give the Spider-Man mythos an update.
Yeah, and if you like, a teenage Spider-Man, there you go. Oh, we're getting a Spider-Man 2099 special. What is it, December?
Is Matt coming back?
Well, yeah, I'll ask him. Well, I talked to him. We might do most, if not all, of the 2099 specials. But we can try to do the Spider-Man one here.
Yeah.
Although I think Spider-Man 2099 showed up in a couple issues of Amazing too.
Yeah, he did.
Because I think I remember a cover of Peter and McGowan and like Doctor Doom or something. Doom's gonna rub his doom on everything.
I think why I like the art so much is because it feels like they're intentionally kind of imitating a lot of that Ultimate Marvel artwork. Is it just me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Miles, so.
I'm just saying, because when they do other stuff, it doesn't seem like they try so hard about that. But I feel like they really try to push that with this one. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just noticeable.
Well, I don't know now too, because are they going to explain how he came over from the Ultimate Universe and stuff? And
I feel like they don't really want to address the Ultimate Universe. They never really have.
Yeah, but now they're bringing in Ultimatum and stuff. I just kind of feel like now, if you don't want to address it, fine, but don't be doing that and then say you don't want to address it.
Yeah, and the thing with Gwen, what they're doing with Spider-Gwen too, they probably will have to eventually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Gwen comes and goes. We know what her deal is, but it's like, It was like Secret Wars, all, Miles in the Ultimate Universe. Then all of a sudden, Miles and Gank and his parents are all here, and it's like, it's just like, it's like they always been here.
Secretly, Spider-Gwen brought them. It's fine.
I know, but I mean, that would be fine, but now it just seems like it's like they've always been here, and no one says, oh, hey, remember our old universe?
They're universe refugees. Leave them alone, Philip. They're just trying to live their life, man.
Build a wall around the 616.
No, let more people in. 616 is getting old and stale. Let's just be honest.
I know. All right, let's get to the last book because, we have to mention it. It's a big, there's a big event going on called Absolute Carnage. Which I haven't even been reading for the most part. So
I read the first 2 issues. I was just like, no.
I read the first one, and I read the first Deadpool tie-in. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, and again, I mean, I'm reading Amazing, so that kind of ties in. But yeah, the last one was Amazing 31.
Amazing is getting weird.
and we kind of get flashbacks to Pete and Norman's history, even though in the
why are we? What I mean, is Norman his Joker? Like, God, I'm so sick of Norman. I always say this.
That's what I say, because Norman is like a combination of Joker and Lex.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they don't. It's no consistency to him, except for that he gets amnesia and dies.
I know, but
that's his only consistency.
He's like a Lex. He has the tech, he has the brain, but then he's nuttier than a fruitcake like the Joker.
Yeah,
and he likes purple
and green.
Exactly. But I guess in this,
was that it might have been intentional.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he is a clown. Let's just be honest.
Oh yeah. But I guess so. I guess Cletus Cassidy's like brain is in Norman's body or something.
Yeah, this is where it gets weird. It's like, is that how they're gonna secretly sneak him into like the Sonyverse?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Sony still has Norman, right? Because he hasn't shown up in the Marvel.
True.
I don't know.
I would have to ask Charlie.
Oh, but then we get
like Red Goblin. I don't know, man. Like, just didn't feel right, bro.
Yeah, well, they kind of did that in Amazing 800, yeah.
I know, and it didn't feel right then either.
Oh, I just wonder if all the mental crap that they put Norman through is just so, they can wipe his memory of Peter's identity again.
Of course. Amnesia and dying. It's what he does.
I know. And then our new villain Kindred has some kind of connection to Norman.
Another secret child.
Which I guess, yeah, but it seems like it's supposed to be someone who's dead, who's been dead, right? But it's like, I would have guessed Harry, but Harry's alive now, I think. Yeah.
He's secretly been a clone the whole time. It's fine.
That's
long lost Normie from another universe. Who knows?
Or is it Norman's wife, maybe?
Oh, God. Who even cares about her?
I know, I don't think we ever saw her really, except for maybe a flashback or something. Although, Kindred still is, called Spider-Man Pete, so it seems like it's somebody who knows them. And they kept doing those weird flashbacks. I'm like, it's not going to be Gwen, is it?
They can't do that to us. We have accepted Gwen's, thing. It's like, dude, stop bringing her up.
Because I think we've seen Mary Jane and Kindred in the same room, so it's like it's not her. So it's like who's left?
It's Mary Jane's clone. We solved it. It's fine. He's secretly been married to a Skrull this whole time. It's fine. It's fine.
No.
See?
I know. Oh, here's the 2099 list in the Amazing issue. So yeah, in November it runs through Amazing Spider-Man 33 and 34. And then there's a 2099 Alpha, then Fantastic Four 2099, Punisher 2099, Conan 2099. Charlie Esser, you hear that?
I look forward to hearing about that on Super Connectivity.
She don't want to hear it, even hear it on Capes. Then I guess in December it goes through Amazing 35 and 36, and then we get our Spider-Man 2099, Ghost Rider 2099. Here, all right, here's the one Lilith's waiting for: Venom 2099.
Woo!
And then a 2099 Omega.
Oh, I guess they needed the numbers.
So Lilith and Tristan are going to pick up that Venom 2099.
Yeah, I totally am. I'm not going to lie.
Like I said, I'll try to pick them up all, because I think me and Kona might try to hit those. Maybe we'll just do one episode on all of them. Although, like I said, we can do the Spider-Man stuff here.
Yay!
We'll try to add it into our other stuff.
Because we don't have enough content.
Well, no, I just mean we'll tack it onto a Spider-Man episode with our old reviews. But again, just tell us who Kindred is already.
No, they gotta draw it out. Milk it.
It's only 31 issues.
Milk it. Milk it till 50.
I was going to say, we're going to go the full 3 years. Or no, year and a half, because they do like 2 issues a month.
Yeah, so they're going to do it at issue 50. Don't you worry, Philip.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And you want to know who it is?
Yeah.
It's a clone of Aunt May, a young Aunt May.
It's Gwen.
Young Aunt May, I'm telling you.
She's gonna get a revenge for Norman knocking her up and then killing her.
Ooh, spicy.
Although we don't talk about that with kids.
We don't.
Especially the daughter that looked exactly like her, right down to the headband.
Headbands are genetic. It's fine.
All right, are we done here?
Yes. So, I feel like this month for Spider-Man books have been kind of hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like all the peripheral Spider-Man books can go away and nobody would bat an eyelash. That's all I'm saying.
Like what?
Like Velocity.
Yeah.
Superior. Don't Fight Me, Charlie. What else could go? There's another one. What's the other one that's superfluous as hell?
Black Cat.
I can't think. I mean, I applaud their effort with trying to put more females into the Spider-Verse or whatever.
And are they trying to make that the next Catwoman?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Because Catwoman has her own book, so.
But she's just not interesting enough to hold up her book. Like, Lyra said it.
Or then it's like, it seems like Batman.
I feel like that the launching pad that they did in the Spider-Man book was like way too long. That arc was way too long.
And it's like, the way they're playing it, Catwoman might be like Batman's soulmate or whatever. It's like, I don't think Black Cat and Spider-Man are getting together.
Or are they? Dun dun dun.
Well, supposedly Black Cat Annual 1, she's like, oh, they're, Spider-Man and Black Cat are getting married, but it's some kind of scam.
Spider-Man's getting married. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, the Black Cat Annual. Okay.
There's your clue. Here's your sign. Yeah, maybe Black Cat needs to be a team-up book or something. Like, maybe she needs to, go find Punisher one week and then, Kraven the Hunter the next month.
Oh, that'd be interesting, yeah.
I think that would be cool. Maybe even her and Blade for, well, it's too late because it's already October, but, it's just a thought. If you're listening, Marvel, just a thought.
You could do, a bunch of, different female team-ups.
No. I told you, I don't like a clam fest. You gotta balance the clam fest out.
Yeah, we don't see a She-Hulk team-up because,
Maybe.
Maybe she can get the numbers up.
Or her and female Thor. I wouldn't mind that one.
Oh, Valkyrie.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
All right, should we do our social medias?
Yes.
But before we do, stay tuned. November is Hobgoblin month. We might even have a surprise for you one week. I might have a creator on to talk about a book they worked on back in the day, so stay tuned.
Or a gobble, actually.
There's my
Since it's November.
Gobble. Anyway, so send your thoughts on, and of course, at the end of the month, we'll do our review of the new stuff. So you can send your reviews of the Hobgoblin stuff, on the new stuff, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call our voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can check out all the Capes and Lunatics social media on, just go to Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And remember to watch everything live on the Capes and Lunatics Facebook, Twitter, and at getvocal.com/channel/Capes. Lilith Hellfire.
If you nerds want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. And if you're on Instagram and you're my friend on Capes and Lunatics or Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks, you can look me up at Lilith Hellfire 69.
Fight me, nerd. Duh.
Love when you argue with yourself. All right, everyone.
Always.
That's right.
Did I drink it?
Come back next week, everyone, for the beginning of our Hobgoblin month. Amazing, 238, 239, and I think 244 and 245. But until then, swing on back.